We're in the mountain state of Colorado and we're linking up with One Glove's newly signed Man Mountain himself, Zack Steffen.
G'day, mate. Nice to meet you.
First time in Colorado.
Okay.
It's really nice. Mountains great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, what a place to train.
Yeah.
Except for you'll feel this one now.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you find that?
We'll talk about it today.
Nice and big warm up, then get to a volley, into a cutback. We're going to go in here, punching through, and knock some balls over the top. Davis and Alex Mule, top of the box. Happened a lot to us last year. Second phase of corners, punches out, balls in, bang, smack it over the top. You're going to lose the side of the ball, and then we'll go into our crossing areas, okay? Nice and easy, build for the warm up. You guys can all work together in here, pretty simple. Then we'll break off, we'll do the two working, two serving, and rotate, okay? Good, Z, good done. Good, yep. Good, excellent. Good, breathe, exhale. Good, yes, one. Good, yep. Good, relax, release that. Off you go. Good, yep. Good, nice and relaxed. Out the way. Good, yep. Good. Opposite way. Good, yes. Good, yep. Good, just feel the ground, shape. Good, get step. Good, yep. Good, last round. Yep, off we go. Good, yep. God damn. Waist reps. Yep. Good, Z. Good, yep.
Yes,
Shape. Good, Dec. Good, yep. Good shape, brilliant. Take your time, we're in no hurry. Enjoy the ball. Yep. Yes. Good. Exhale, stop. Good, Z. Yes, good lad. Good, yep.
Yes, Dec.
Good, Dec. Good, guys, great start. Keep the quality. Dec, I'm going to have you come in line with Georgie on this side.
Yep.
Adam balls. Feet! Timing! Yes! That's the one.
That's perfect.
Yep!
Oh! Yes,
Good,
well
mate.
done.
Good bad. Yep! Good, Dec! Good, yes. Good! Yep! Feet!
Good hands. Good
Right
hands.
hand. Good! Yep!
Yes!
Okay, brilliant.
Sharpie, how do you want us? Like this?
No, no. Make sure you manage it. Yeah, as if the cross is coming from that side.
No, I mean.
Good, yes. Good, Z, relax. Do the next one. Good, yep.
Touch!
Nice!
Good,
Good. Good. Yes. Feet!
Ah,
Zachy.
great feet there.
Target!
We'll just call you Zack.
Hands up.
Great step. Touch!
That's a good
finish. Yeah.
The 4-yard goal becomes important. It's a horrible ball to deal with. But the decision to go or turn inside quickly and break, yeah? Very good. Marco can serve. Fantastic. Pass! Here we go. Come on, shoot touch. Great service, Marco. Have an eye forward. Yes. Good lad. Tremendous. Keep it. Get to an end line. Relax. Get to the end line. End line. Wait. Go on.
Good.
Target. Down there.
Good. Hand. Throw that in. Touch! Get up. Come on!
Target.
You Jordy? Big man. Oh yeah. Okay? Oh, that's clean on the nose.
Nose? Yeah. Good ball, Dec. Good.
Yes!
One glove. Timing.
Good.
Target.
Really nice, Dec.
Brilliant, chaps. That is us. That is fucking superb.
done, boys.
Perfect. Thanks, mate.
How was that, big man?
Class. Fucking altitude's killing me. It's literally, there's no moisture at all. Good though, great session.
Dec Trains. Guys, stay on the fucking side you're on. Stay on the side you're on. I'll switch in a minute.
Can you find him on the cross? Find him, hips open.
Keep him outside! Keep him outside!
Yeah.
Good.
Find him right.
Find him, find him, find him.
On this side.
Wait! Time!
Good, right.
Yes, on this one. Because of this one. Because of the tight end. Stay there.
No foul, move your feet!
Tight. Separate, Cole, separate. Yeah.
Wait!
Okay, next one.
Side! Step! No shot! Yeah, get it!
Good,
Get
Maxie.
it!
Here's a cross, here's a cross, here's a cross.
Cross.
Find him.
Good! Keep right!
Lala, make believe you just shifted. Forget the ball.
Easy, Lala!
Easy, Lala.
Keep him outside, Keys! Outside!
I got his side.
Outside!
I got his side.
Yeah, Keys! Well done, man. Well done. No worries. Show wide.
Embers.
Line.
In the game it's
Yeah.
You gotta buy us time. Good.
Hey.
Force him wide, boys. Force him wide. Contain. Keep him outside. No shot.
Get up. Yes,
They happen to get through. We have Zack there.
Stand up. Good, yeah. Well done. Knuckleball that was.
How'd you find it, level?
Oh, mate, it was good. Levels class, obviously. Standard's brilliant. Zack's outrageous, isn't he? I think Zack's outrageous. He looks so good, doesn't he? He's so sharp with the cutbacks. Like those first ones, he was just getting the things that was like, no way, I won't be near it. It's fucking ridiculously sharp.
I just can't believe the weather.
I'm roasted.
The sun's out, but the snow's not melting. I don't get it.
Yeah, mate. That was good though. I did enjoy that. Zack, so pleasure to meet you, mate. Very warm welcome to the OG Pro squad. Great to have you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Great to meet you.
Yeah. So after 4 very long years across the pond, you've finally made it back to American soil. How is that for you?
It's great to be back, man. Yeah, closer to family, friends. It was a great experience over there, of course. Playing with some of the best players, the best coaches. Just seeing the culture of English soccer, German soccer as well. But this opportunity came up, and I couldn't say no. And yeah, it's great to be back.
So here in America, soccer has been rapidly growing after the last little while.
Yep.
Take me back 20 years to when you picked up the gloves. How did it happen, and what did that look like for you?
So our goalkeeper didn't show up for our tournament. His parents didn't. I think his parents didn't let him come because of his grades in school.
And you wasn't playing?
And so I was defender. No, I was defender.
Okay.
And so the coach was like, "Oh, we need a goalkeeper. Who wants to step in?" I guess I raised my hand and did well, and had
Never
fun
looked
with it, and yeah, never looked back. And they just kept me back there, and yeah, here we are.
So
Yeah.
that single-handedly completely changed
Yeah.
your whole trajectory with football. And
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry, no.
You're good. Take your time.
There was a
Take your time.
There was a stupid question which I didn't want to do, and that's that bit. So I'm skipping that. But
What was it?
no, it was a joke basically, but it was the worst.
Go
joke.
on. Go on. Go on. You might as well do it.
Here's what we wanted to do.
Will found out. He's white up. Let him tell us.
So basically, we found out that the goalkeeper didn't turn out.
Okay.
So you found yourself in goal.
Yep.
And what we wanted to do was say, obviously, that keeper has completely changed the trajectory of your life.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently, your mum would say you owe him a steak dinner.
100. I was gonna
And
say
then-
that.
no, but then we wanted to say, turn around, and we've got that goalkeeper.
No way.
But obviously we don't, and I thought it was ridiculous, but sounds like you would have quite liked that.
I would have. I would have.
Oh my god.
I would have
So
fallen
we
for
have
it.
got that keeper. Can you imagine? So then moving back, you found yourself at Columbus, 76 appearances, MLS All-Star keeper, so many amazing accolades. What spearheaded that for you? What was your drive?
I think I just got a lot of energy from coming back and being close to family and friends. My family never missed a home game, so they were always there. They came to the East Coast games, so that just gave me a lot of passion and motivation to.
You still watching now?
Yeah, of course. They're coming out this weekend, actually.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, they're obviously big fans, and but I think I just got a lot of energy of coming back and being in my own country and just feeling connected. And then the coaching staff at Columbus was top tier, and the guys we had in the locker room were great. And so I was young, and I got to learn from some good pros, and and I was just motivated to play soccer and play free and grow as a player and get better, and that's what I'm still trying to do.
It's crazy how much the environment can kind of dictate how you actually feel about your game, isn't it? So
Absolutely.
like, you know, moving across the country, moving to different countries can really impact you off the pitch.
Absolutely.
But like you said, you come home, you feel connected,
Yep.
you feel passionate,
Yep.
obviously you've got good people around you, it's massive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Brilliant. So after a monstrous season in the MLS, Man City took note. You've made one of the biggest moves, obviously the most expensive goalkeeper in MLS history. What was that like? Did that come with pressure, expectation? You know, obviously moving across the pond is difficult.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, it was just surreal. I couldn't believe it. From watching the Premier League growing up and to going to one of the biggest teams in the world, and it was. So it's a dream come true.
You make that transition, you're then competing and working alongside Edison.
Yep.
Fantastic goalkeeper.
Yep.
How was that?
It was amazing. I'm very much a visual learner. So to watch him in front of me, I got so much better. Picking up just the little details in goalkeeping.
Yeah.
Just such an incredible experience, such an incredible guy. Chavi, and Richard Wright, the goalkeeping coaches at Manchester City, they're incredible people, and then also incredible coaches who were bought into growing my game, and I owe a lot to them.
Yeah. How was it for you to go from starting every single week to obviously into a different role? That must have been a complete shock to you, obviously, but like, how did you find that? How did you transition? And did you always see yourself, you know, every single day competitive regardless? Because obviously as a keeper you have to be ready. As any top professional you have to be ready.
For sure. It was, the first year it was just so surreal, and it was weird with COVID and everything, no fans, and so it was kind of just different. So it didn't feel as real as it would have with fans and like a normal season. But it was so surreal that I was there for myself personally, that I was just working hard and doing everything that I could do, just trying to take it all in. And then the second year was tough because that was the first time that I was ever a second string. So, of course, as a soccer player, you want to play the game. Games are most important. Of course, you need to train and get better and get rhythm and all that stuff in training. And I tried my best to compete with Ederson and make him better and make sure he was ready for the games, and that whenever I was called upon, that I was ready for the games. But it was definitely tough. Because you definitely lose, like when you don't get as many games, at least for myself, it's easy to become complacent and lose a little bit of passion for the game when you don't get that kind of like cherry on top icing when you get to play on the weekends.
So mentality is such a huge part of the football game, and I think goalkeeping really demonstrates those highs and lows, obviously in every single position, but goalkeeping specifically is quite a lonesome position.
Yep.
You recently spoke about yourself doing therapy off of the pitch. How did that come about, and how important was that for you for your next part of your career at Borough?
Yeah, so I do some life coaching. I work with a life coach, which has been spectacular. And then on top of that, work with a therapist, just dealing with feelings and personal stuff and all that stuff that comes with life. And I'm one that, everybody could use somebody to talk to that has no bias. So working with those two coaches have been incredible for me, just to think outside the box and truly figure out what it is that I want for my life in all aspects: family, friends, finances, work, off the field, my charity. So it's really made me a lot more organized, and I'm already a planner and pretty organized, but just to plan my life and the months and weeks and have a plan of attack more than I did in the past.
Would you encourage other players to kind of seek help like that?
100%. And not even other players, just everybody. But especially as players, being in the public eye, having the pressure from from the club and from the fans to perform and contracts and all that stuff. I mean, it helps for sure.
People think football is a really glamorous job, and of course there's plenty of perks to being a footballer,
sure.
but people don't quite understand the pressure and the stress that comes with it. But growing up myself playing football, and people think, oh, it's a dream, but they don't really see what it's like day to day. And I think there's also a bit of maybe being a man and the masculinity thing, where you think you can't seek help and you can't speak to other people. But like you said, it's brought you on massively. So how long have you been doing this?
So I've been working with a life coach for now almost 2 years.
Okay.
And therapy has been on and off in my career, but I've been doing it for the past year, and it's helped massively. And like you said, I mean, as being a man and the masculinity, I think mental health is is obviously growing and opening, and but it's still vulnerable and uncomfortable, because what you're really seeking is growth and healing, and so that's uncomfortable, just like working out in the gym. But I think it's at least for me, it's huge necessary, and a huge part.
This move to the Rapids, why was it perfect for you, and was it because you're a Tim Howard fanboy?
Fanboy, yeah. Tim, big fan of Tim. I mean, he's the man. It is funny because he and I have the same agent, and he went over to Manchester, and then I went over to Manchester, and he came over to Colorado, and now I'm in Colorado. It's funny. But I think the idea of coming home was a big thing. And then when I talked to Chris Sharp, the goalkeeping coach here, I mean, the conversation we had about getting me back up to the level that we both know that I can get up to, and the goals we had for myself individually and then as a team and with the national team, it was just an amazing conversation, and he and I were on the same page right away. And that's exactly what I wanted. I knew Denver was a beautiful place. I've been here a couple times with the national team and then playing here. So it was just a good fit. I think it's also a really good challenge. They had one good year a couple of years ago, and then it's been a rough time for them. So I see it as a good challenge. We're a very young team, and I'm one of the leaders, and I want to use that as a challenge for me to help bring this club back to where we all want it to be.
Actually, speaking to Chris this morning, the first thing he said was it was amazing how similar you and Tim were, just your mannerisms and the way you are. And that was, for me, that was interesting to hear.
I definitely, sorry to cut you off, I definitely learned a lot from Tim just by watching him. I'm very big on visual learner and learning and all that. But just by watching him on the TV, I mean, I picked up a lot of mannerisms from him for sure.
One thing for myself, obviously we trained this morning, I was lucky enough to jump into a session with you. It amazed me, with no disrespect, how much you're still willing to learn. You, obviously, as a senior player and a leader in this team, ask more questions than anybody. And for myself to see that, I was like, wow, that's unbelievable. Just constant questions, constant wanting to be better.
Absolutely.
And it was just amazing to see.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I feel like I'm a person I can never be settled. I'm content, but I'm still. I know that I need to grow and I want to grow, and able to get to where I want to be. And I know I can do that here, and I know Chris is very experienced and has worked with some of the best goalkeepers. So, I'm so open-minded and just eager to learn and get better.
Well, how would you compare the English fans compared to the American fans?
So, I mean, the English fans are just so passionate. I mean, you make a mistake, you lose a game, they're on you. But I mean, just the culture of England and Europe over there is just so different. In America, we have so many different avenues in sports and entertainments that kids and adults go into, whereas over in England and Europe, it's pretty much football. That's the number one thing, and it's just like every boy is born and they want to be a footballer, whereas kids are born here, and I was thrown into soccer. I was thrown into soccer just so my parents could have some time to themselves, and that I could go release some energy and play some sports and get some activity. And then I just continued to do well with it and kept bringing me to where I am today. Whereas it's a drive over in Europe. So that's the biggest difference.
Did you play any other sports?
I played baseball, I played basketball.
Best at soccer though?
But soccer is one that really just, when I stepped on the field, it took everything else away, and I was able to just truly have fun, and I still have that today.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Zack, thank you so much for your
You're
time.
welcome, brother.
I really enjoyed that.
Welcome.
I'm looking forward to spending some time with you over the next few days.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I'll do it on the -1.
The match day -1. Okay, so we've arrived at the stadium. Match day -1 prep is fully underway. Honestly, the standard of goalkeeping here today, especially Zack, obviously, is incredible. Some of the saves he's making day before a game, unbelievable stuff. Come a little closer. Got to check out this keeping. One thing I love as well, we've got so many different keepers here, so many keepers on display, but the styles are all completely different. And that's the biggest thing with goalkeeping, is understanding that you've got to do what suits you. There is no, by the book kind of technique for goalkeeping. All these keepers here, top class in their own right. Okay, so we've just noticed that they're going to be finishing up with some competitive games, bringing the big goals in, something competitive before the match day. We're going to head round, get pitch side and see what we can see. So we just drove about 35 minutes out towards the mountains in search of a top-class football pitch. Take a look at this. We certainly found one. So ahead of tonight's game, we've managed to find the most unbelievable pitch to have a little private session by ourselves. Something to do. Before Colorado versus Nashville tonight, and we are buzzing. So we just finished up with the keeping session. We're going to finish up now with a little bit of fun, seeing as we're at an American football ground, with a little reaction game using the American football. Let's go. Oh, so hard to catch. Oh, they're the worst. Oh, I actually hate that. You know how close that was to banging me straight in the head. So just to wrap things up, we had a quick idea, but seeing as I'm the only person who can throw in American football, Max is going to try and catch. I'm going to try and throw a bullet and see what he can do. We're GoProing up. Max, get that on, brother. Oh God, that looks interesting. Right, let's do it. Ready, Will? Do you want me to do like a little... Oh, he plucked it as well. I tell you what, that will be the one. Not bad. Yes, Max. Oh, Last one, mate, we've got a game to go to. Horrible throw, good catch, yeah. On the way to the stadium, we've just polished off an In-N-Out burger. Cholesterol's at an all-time high, but the morale's also at an all-time high. Should be there in 5 minutes. Okay, so we've just arrived at the stadium. There's this crazy thing going on called tailgating. This originally started as an NFL thing. People just turn up and basically have a party before the game. Everyone's hanging out the back of their cars, drinking, loads of music. It's unbelievable. Come on, take a look. Wow, pitch is looking outrageous, to be fair. 6:15 now, Zack should be heading out in the next 15 minutes. Atmosphere here already is amazing. Really excited for kickoff, really excited to see how he prepares for a game, but just can't explain that pre-match feeling. Even just being back at football grounds is such a good feeling. Okay, so we've made it down to pitch side. This view is unbelievable. Zack should be out any minute now. Cannot wait to see him warm up close and personal. Check this out. Good luck, mate. Okay, so Zack's literally just coming to an end for his warm-up. He looks absolutely electric tonight. Let's go find our seats. Can't wait for this game. Okay, so the game's come to an end. Unbelievable match. Ended up 1-1. Zack played fantastic. Really unlucky. Dying minutes of the game, concedes a penalty. Didn't put a foot wrong all night. Overall, top-class week with Zack. Cannot wait for the next one. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Let us know in the comments where you want us to go next, and we'll see you in the next one.